Hi, everybody. What's happening? Good afternoon, good morning, or evening, or middle of the night. I don't know. This is Tara, and I am coming back to you today. I might make another video later, but I wanted to talk to you about something that was crossing my mind, and I think it's useful information, especially for people that are eating a ketogenic, carnivore, or ketovore diet. I think it's important. Um, so, I have a dilemma. I told you about this yesterday. If you're not new to the channel and you do watch my videos, you know that at least 2 days ago, I went to my local general store, and I shop very local. I don't go the 13 miles to the next metropolitan area. It's not really metropolitan, it's still a small town. It's still too many. I'm good. I'm all good. If it doesn't have a Jiffy Lube, there's really no reason, you know. So I shop really local. And there's a country store, two general stores. There's a Dollar General within 8 miles of me, and then I have my meat market that's like a mile and a half down the road. I try to keep it all there. The general store where I live really fights hard to keep their grocery costs really comparable to the big stores. Whatever I find is too much, I can either purchase off of Amazon, um, or go to the Dollar General, like for toilet paper. Cleaning supplies I'll get from my membership that I have, um, with the best products ever. So just saying. The problem with it is that this general store, being super rural, will sell you what they've got. They'll sell you what they'll sell you. And there's a couple of times I've seen disappointment in my life, when I was carbon up like crazy over the past year until 47 days ago. I really like hummus a lot, but I like to ramble. That is where I've been buying Greek yogurt from. Now, Greek yogurt I did not in the past buy an awful lot of because there is this really great Jersey cow whole milk yogurt that I buy from the other general store for crazy money. But it's good stuff. But Greek yogurt, in the way I'm eating now, is far better than regular yogurt for me. Okay? Because my plan with it is to make something sweet that will keep me from buying granola and keep me from buying confectionaries and keep me from making cakes, yogurts, and sour cream and whole cream, like heavy cream. Really important for me to have around to keep me on track with the way I'm eating. Dog is flipping out. She does not know why I'm sitting here. And I think she thinks someone's coming to get us. No one's coming to get us, honey. You can get on the bed, though. Come on. Come on up. I'll protect you. I'll kill him. You pretty girl. She's so sweet. Oh, my God. So, this week I went to go get some. I'm going to use Cabot as an example throughout this whole thing because that's what they sold. Cabot, full fat, full whole milk Greek yogurt. And I would get it there for under $6. And that was cool because that fancy schmancy Jersey cow yogurt down the road was $9. So that's good. I noticed they didn't have any, but they had a lot of the low fat Chobani. I don't want anything low fat. I'm okay with that. That's cool. So I asked the guy that owns the place, when are you going to get Cabot whole milk yogurt in again? He said, oh, we don't ever sell that. We just sell vanilla. And I'm like, no, you don't. I can go home right now and count how many of these quarts I've bought at this store because I shop nowhere else in the past year. I know that that's on your regular roster. I want to know when you're getting it back again. He's like, well, I don't know. Today, sure enough, they had some vanilla cabbage, but none of that. So I said, what is a woman to do when the woman does not want to make carnivore ice cream, but wants to have, not right now, I might make it later, but wants to have something backed up in the fridge for when I feel like it to keep me from going to the store to buy confection. So I'm like, look, I mean, sour cream, just to take a bite of it is just wonderful. So I decided to do some research. And I don't know if you've done this research before. Maybe, maybe not. And if you have, awesome. And if you haven't, and you are enjoying those kind of lifestyles and want to know if you can interchange sour cream, full milk, so, well, it's not full milk, full fat sour cream with full milk Greek yogurt. Well, yes, yes, indeed, you can. And as a matter of fact, I got some, I got some stats for you. Um, Sour cream is more of a carnivore choice because it is far, well, I don't know about far, but it's less carbs. So when you're having Greek yogurt, you're looking at 1 to 3 carbs per serving. Sour cream, 1 carb. Um, Calories, sour cream is denser, definitely more calories. So if you're looking to hit your macros and hit your calories as well, you may be counting. I'm keeping track, but I'm not religious. I From what I understand, from what I've researched, I should be at, let me look it up here because I know I have it written down. And I should have it close by. I hope. Maybe. I should put little tabs. Like these are where the calories are. Oh, here they are. Okay, so for me, I'm supposed to be having anywhere from 24.97 to 26.97 calories. I'm supposed to be having 119 grams of protein or 149 grams of protein. So it all depends on like the speed and you could focus like it's almost better to have micro goals on your way to your goal because it helps your body to like surprise itself again. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Um, Fat, it's anywhere between 225 to 245 grams of fat. I've yet to even touch it, and I put fat on everything. Um, Protein, I don't have a problem hitting. I get there. Carbs, 0, and the highest that I'll allow myself to go is 5 grams, and that is according to being ketovore, carnivore. So when you're looking at this, you can hit your calories pretty quickly by adding sour cream, but you also are adding significantly more fat. So per serving, your sour cream is going to be about 20 grams of fat, which is fabulous. Compared to Greek yogurt at 5 grams of fat. Your protein is lower. So if you, like in my case, I find it really easy to hit my protein goals and very hard to hit my fat goals. Or it's difficult. Maybe today I will fully sit down and do a full macro count of what I've eaten today and see. Uh, I know it's quite off. Um, Greek yogurt's higher in protein, which is 9 grams, and both of those have benefits to you, and depending on what you got going on. For me, um, I really want to. I really want a Greek yogurt. I always have sour cream. It's a staple. I always buy sour cream. I don't use it on everything or all the time, but I like to get my um, pork rinds, and I like to use that. Um, I don't know. I guess now I can use it in replace of Greek yogurt because it doesn't look like he's ever going to get it. But I have to be careful. I have to understand those macros. There's a couple of other really cool things. First of all, if you're going to replace them in recipes, whether they be hot cooking recipes or cold recipes, your ratio is about 1 to 1. They are very, very similar in taste. Try it if you haven't tried it yet. Get a plain whole milk Greek yogurt and get a plain full fat sour cream and do a side by side comparison. You might not even know the difference. Even try a blind one and have your kids, give it to you. You might not even notice the difference. They're very similar in consistency and flavor. I would say that the sour cream is slightly bit tangier, but I still think it's very sweet to me. Okay, so the other thing, if you're going to be cooking with yogurt, your sour cream is going to be a better choice. It has a higher uh, hot point, like a unsalted butter versus a salted butter. But we're talking full fat here, so you're not going to be buying a low fat sour cream. I mean, Greek yogurt that you have to worry about that because the full milk Greek yogurt is very similar in how it holds to heat as sour cream. I hope that made sense. They're both fermented dairy products, um, which is pretty cool. They both have a lot of really great vitamins. Sour cream kicks the vitamin A butt of the Greek yogurt, and vitamin A is great for your vision, your immune functions, cell growth, and your reproductive system. Okay? That's sour cream. If you're looking at the Greek yogurt and you're wondering, well, what does that do for me? Well, as far as vitamins are concerned, it's high in vitamin B and B12. And what does that do for your body? It helps produce more red blood cells. It helps structure DNA or something like that. What is that? I can't even read my own handwriting. Has to do with your DNA. Okay. And it helps your nervous system. So for me, that's awesome because I can think of that when I'm choosing. Um, I like having vision quality improvements right now is really super important to me because I know it has to do with my diet. Because when they dilated my eyes, my blood pressure went up. I know it has to do with that. And my blood pressure is doing far better, and I'm going to be seeing more improvements with my eyeballs. And at certain times of the day, I can notice improvements with my eyeballs. So sour cream may be more something I would want. I also drink kefir, so I don't need the probiotics that are in yogurt in my diet because I'm drinking kefir. But they both have fun stuff. Um, Also, Greek yogurt. If you're a little sensitive to dairy products, not crazy sensitive, but a little sensitive, Greek yogurt is going to be a better choice. Okay, Greek yogurt is made out of whole milk. Sour cream is made out of heavy cream. I love heavy cream. I think everyone should have a pint of it in their refrigerator or more, a quart. Um, so that's really cool. And then we've got the sour cream. If unless you're getting it raw, you're not getting any live probiotics in it. You get that in your Greek yogurt. Also, your Greek yogurt has more potassium. Um, Now, this is where the cost difference kind of made me, huh, this is interesting. because I don't think so, but maybe it is pretty similar. I only get like the medium size Cabot sour cream, and in comparison to the big size, the quart size of the 32-ounce whole milk Greek yogurt, I guess it is pretty similar, but it may have to do for now. It is not enough reason for me to drive 8 miles away to a place that's overcrowded, um, just because one product is not being available right here, right now. Especially when I make my own kefir, and I could probably very easily make my own, get some raw milk and make my own Greek yogurt. I know it's a process. So sour cream will suit me for now, and I'm really excited about that. Really excited. But when you're looking at price comparisons, and this is with Cabot brand, I am saying Cabot brand because that is what is locally available and is very popular in Vermont. It's a Georgia Vermont product, and what they do is they get all their milk supplied from the Dairy Farmers of America, which collects all the milk from all the dairy farms in Vermont, and Cabot, like there'll be Cabot farms, people that sell strictly to Cabot. You understand what I'm saying? And then they manufacture their products in Georgia. Yeah, it's a town. It's a town just on the other side, just just south of St. Albans. It's just right there. Actually, that's like 2 hours away. But yeah. So when you price compare, a 32-ounce of sour cream from Cabot's would be anywhere from $4.50 to $6. I can see that. Right now, on my smaller size, I'm doing half that, the 16-ounce. I'm at $2.99 at the local store. Um, for the Cabot Greek yogurt, full milk, anywhere for a 32-ounce, anywhere from $4.59 to $8.99. So the potential for increase in price is there with the Greek yogurt, probably because of general conception of it. Because people that buy Greek yogurt probably aren't thinking they could switch it up with sour cream. And I know there's better products out there, and I'm not going to knock Cabot either, but it's what is available here. I know that Hood makes excellent like cottage cheese and stuff, so you look at your labels. If you're going to a regular grocery store and you've got a variety, just take 5 minutes and look at them. I know whole milk yogurts are really, even in a store with a lot of variety, hard to come by, but you want it to be that. You want it to be that. You want to avoid diet things all around. um, I know, I know I told you the other day that if you need to have a Diet Coke, have a Diet Coke, but it's not what you want to do. It's definitely something that you want to say to yourself when you're having it, and the next time you get one, you really need to cut back. I want you to think that in your head. I really should be cutting back on this. That's going to help you a lot. But don't let it make you feel guilty. But when it comes to food, like a sour cream or a Greek yogurt, take your time and do the best you can with what you got. Um, I really want you to consider that. So what I got is Cabot. Um, I could get that $9 32 ouncer of that really awesome um, Jersey cow whole milk. Oh, so good. Stuff is amazing. But then I'd have to process that to bring it to a Greek yogurt, and I would lose a lot of it. So you got to kind of weigh your things. If you've got time, if you are in the season where you've got time to get in the kitchen and do that, like start watching some videos on how to make your own Greek yogurt. Start watching some videos on how to make your own sour cream. Start checking that out because it might be very beneficial for you to go ahead and do that yourself. I got a lot of butter for I got I think 4 pounds of butter for Mother's Day from my son-in-law, and I was so excited because I make my own butter. Now, I wasn't excited because it was a Cabot butter. I was excited because I didn't have to think about it for 4 pounds. I'm down to my last pound and a half, which is pretty great. So I make as much as I can, and I also choose my what's better and what's not. So I just made a chocolate mousse out of sour cream. Last time I made it out of Greek yogurt. And I made it exactly the same way. I think I put a little bit more chocolate in it, which is cacao, just powder. It's cacao. Um, I put that in it with a teaspoon of a heaping teaspoon of allulose to sweeten it up just a little bit because it's really close. And I whipped that up, and I'm like, oh, look how part of that is. I put it in the refrigerator, and it holds. So I'm excited about that. So I did that research just in case you come across that problem, especially if you live rurally or if you live in a food desert. So if you live in a food, do your best. And I thought this was a perfect time to share this with you. If you need to, and if you want to, and there are reasons for both of them being good for you, um, it's wonderful. Go for it. If you're more carnivore, ketovore, you might want to lean towards the sour cream way. Just because it's slightly more in alignment with those macro ratios. But if it's just a matter of, oh, I ran out of sour cream and I really wanted to dip my steak in it. Well, guess what? If you got yogurt in the fridge, you're good. Do it. You're not going to really, it's not going to blow your mind. So I'm excited about that. I just figured I'd let you know. And, again, my intention was to make a 15-minute video. And here we are, 25 minutes later.